Hey everybody, this is Life.
Yeah, with Tim and Jenna.
Cause I'd still pick you in the checkout line when the coupons fail and the card declines, when the kids are screaming and the car won't steer, and I'm one small inconvenience from a breakdown in here. Yeah, I'd still pick you. You're my steady north, my Jedi in my court.
Yeah.
So, have you ever wished that I would think more like you?
Yes. Yes, I do, actually.
Majority of the time, some of the time.
I would say 50-50. I think there's times when I really do appreciate the way that you think, and I take advantage of that because I'm not like you, and so I see the benefits of how you see the world.
Yeah.
But man, life would be maybe more fun.
Wouldn't life in general be more enjoyable, more fun if everybody thought like we did? Maybe.
Maybe. It might be boring.
Maybe not.
We never have a chance to fight about things.
True.
Or make up.
Maybe.
Afterwards.
Maybe we find different things to fight about.
We probably would.
So, this is Life. I'm Tim.
I'm Jenna.
We're so excited for you guys to be with us today. We are talking about the myth of
Thinking
marriage that we expect our spouses to think like we do.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Especially when we first start out in marriage.
100%. Right? Our spouse is not going to think like we do.
Yeah. And it can set up your marriage for some pretty tense moments.
Yeah, we've had some pretty tense moments, actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to share a couple stories from our life where we have really run into some situations where we were frustrated with each other because we weren't thinking along the same lines. And I will say this, there's a lot of times that we do think alike, so much so that people comment about the fact that we have inside conversations
We do.
when things happen with just looks and glances because we know how each other thinks. And we do think a lot.
It is not uncommon for us to catch something and look across the room and make eye contact, and we both know exactly what the other one is thinking, we can kind of smile and laugh, and people have caught us doing that and are like, are you like the same person?
Yeah.
We assure you we are not. Yeah.
But before we get to that, we've got some more questions for you guys to get to know us a little bit more. And so I'm going to read this time. Hopefully I can read my wife's hieroglyphics here.
I'm the left-handed chicken scratch.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's not too bad, but it's not great either. So
Great.
What is one thing your spouse does that makes you laugh every time?
Every time. Okay, so something that Tim does that makes me laugh is when he plays with our kids. He is and he's not gentle play. He picks on them. He gets them riled up.
It is scientifically proven that if you roughhouse with your kids, they will actually turn out to be more successful and accomplish more things.
Yeah, so Tim likes to push him off the couch or
I regularly tell them I am
bit.
helping you become the best you can be.
Yes, and then they come right back at him. So it's humorous to me. It's funny.
So my thing that my wife does that makes me laugh all the time is anything to do with electronics, anything to do with money, anything to do with mechanical stuff.
Those are just it's not my thing.
It just
I got fired from a bank once.
She did.
Because I couldn't count.
Proves my point. She's horrible with money and counting.
I could not count.
Listen, the story that actually made me interested in her and as more than friends. We've been friends for 2 years at that point. Yeah. We were in class together at college, and we were graduating, and our class was having a little party.
Yeah, it's like an end of the year graduation party. Mm-hmm.
Hanging out, went to an event thing, and we're on our way back, and we had to stop by Walmart because we each had some things that we had to get for the party. I think I'd already gotten mine because I don't wait for the last minute most of the time.
I do.
And she does. So we were at Walmart, and she had to get cups. And so we go into Walmart, go into the cup aisle. She picks up a thing of foam cups.
Because there's a cup aisle.
There is. Look at Walmart, and it'll say cups.
Paper goods aisle.
Anyway. She picked up this package of cups, and she's counting them. And I'm standing behind her, and I'm wondering, what is she doing? And so I asked her, what are you doing?
I said, I'm counting the cups. I need to make sure I had enough in the package.
Yeah, she went, and I go, well, there's 25 in there, or some number, whatever the number was.
Well, that's magical. How did you know that number?
Listen, it was written in large print, like this big, on the front of the package. It said 25 cups.
It's way more fun to count.
I felt like she needed help at that point, and so most of my funny moments come around.
He did laugh at me, and he continued to laugh at me when I try to do anything.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Who is more likely to survive a zombie apocalypse?
Probably you.
Absolutely me. Absolutely me. Because I'm going to make a plan. Like I'm going to have.
He's going to have a strategy, some kind of weird, in-depth.
And even if we didn't decide to go on the attack, if it's just to be in our house and survive, I would probably be the one.
Right. You would be the one that makes sure we survive. I would be the one that makes sure that we have a good time.
Yes.
While surviving.
That being said, my wife has gone through seasons where she has stockpiled things for zombie apocalypses.
I do. And then we have plenty.
Yes.
We have plenty. Mm-hmm.
So.
Yes.
Recently, during the recent freeze in Texas, ice storm in Texas, listen, for you northern people, Texas people freak out when it's going to get below 30. And
it's a scary
clears
time.
Everything's out. And by just a weird circumstance, we ended up with 5 jugs of milk. We were those people at that time.
I think we had more than that because I had some in the freezer out in the garage. And my kids go through milk, and I didn't know how long the freeze would last. And so I had plenty.
Okay. So I survived the zombie apocalypse. Who's the better driver?
Me. I'm the
That
better
is
driver.
debatable. No. So let's qualify that. I would definitely say that I tend to be more of an aggressive driver. I get frustrated when people do stupid things in the car.
With Tim.
I feel like, listen, this is a dream plan of mine, is to install paintball guns in my car, and when somebody else does something stupid driving, you shoot them with the paintballs. That way everybody else knows that driver is going to do something stupid. Now, she would most likely be shot by somebody with a paintball gun.
Or with anything, actually. I would, out of the two of us, I don't know, you're such an aggressive, stressed out driver, you'd be shot for different reasons. If I was going to be shot, it's because I don't pay attention to anything anywhere. No. I'm just way too relaxed on the road, and I just have this idea that, I'll get there eventually. And I do. I always get there eventually. Yes. No need to be stressed out. If we're going to have to sit in traffic, it's fine. We get to pick out music that we like to listen to. We can listen to audiobooks, whatever. He gets really stressed. I don't.
Yeah, I want to get there. For me, the enjoyment is getting there and doing whatever
beating
we're
the
going to do.
GPS. He competes with the GPS.
I do. You can always make it faster. Yep. All right. Next question. What's your this is one of those words that's hard to read because it looks like oddly. What's your oddly specific pet peeve? Oddly specific.
It's probably odd to most people. Yes. But if you cannot tell, I am hearing impaired.
No.
So I do wear hearing aids when necessary. I choose not to because I hate hearing.
She does. Like, she puts hearing aids in and, like, why?
Why are you breathing?
All of us
cannot stand it.
We are constantly asking her to put her hearing aids in because there are just times where it's hard for her to hear us, especially if there's a lot going on or whatever.
Yeah, there's different things going on. But I can hear him breathe when I put my hearing aids. Who likes that? No, thank you. And I don't like hearing
what she really doesn't like to hear is herself pee.
Oh, that drives me nuts. The first time I wore hearing aids in college, I went to the bathroom at school right before class. And I went in, I hadn't started peeing yet, but 2 other people came in around the same time I did, and I heard them pee. And I thought, oh my gosh, if I can hear them peeing, then they can hear me. It was a game-changing, life-changing moment for me, and I was mortified from then on. So now I turn the hearing aids off.
Especially if you're a dude, man, you're like peeing like this far from somebody and there's nothing in between you, right? Just get used to it.
Let's not talk about that.
Just get too used to that.
I can't even imagine.
My odd pet peeve is, for her, she refuses to reload the toilet paper dispenser anywhere.
I don't
She'll
have
take
that.
it and set it on top of the
where it
little
needs to be.
roller dispenser instead of moving the little thing and putting the roll of toilet paper on it. I don't get that. Why not just put the toilet paper where it goes?
I don't have time for that.
You're sitting there doing nothing.
I am thinking about the process.
There is all kinds of time. And listen, even if she's just going into the pee, she's going to sit there for a good 10 minutes scrolling on her phone.
Pee? I do
Yes.
not scroll on my phone when I'm peeing. I do not. And when I'm doing other things, I would rather read. Like, I read books. I don't scroll as much. That's weird to
Okay.
me. Weird.
The next question, what is your favorite tiny, ordinary moment together?
My favorite tiny, ordinary moment would have to be the end of the day, right? It's when every single night, when the kids go off to bed and it's just Tim and I, we get in bed together and we have, it's almost like a ritual now where we have like 2, 3, 5 minutes max. It's not like a long drawn out thing, but we snuggle up together and that's when we check in, you know, how are you? What's going on with you? What do you need for tomorrow? And just heart checks, I guess you could say. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's my favorite time of the day.
Yeah. My favorite time is when Jenna comes home, and sometimes it's later than I do. It just depends on the day. But as soon as she walks in the door, the kids are all, yelling her name and hugging on her, running up to jumping up to run and greet her. They never do that for me. I don't know why. It's like, oh, Dad. I don't even know if they acknowledge me most of the time.
They love you.
Unless they need something from me, and then they will acknowledge me. I don't think they do it most of the time. But what happens at the end of the day, she is surrounded by 5 kids, and all of them want her to rub shoulders, rub backs, rub feet, heads, whatever. And so there's a long line, and they all she'll sit down on the couch, they all crowd around her, right?
Pretty much.
Yes.
It's true.
And then I come and throw them off because that's not their spot.
Yeah, he does
spot.
do that. Mm-hmm.
It's my spot. So I throw them off.
So that's your favorite ordinary moment of
Yep.
making space for yourself?
I love, one of my favorite things to do in life is to make people feel uncomfortable.
He does. You
any
do
way
like
that
to
I
make
can do that.
people...
Any way that I can do that, especially my children, I will do that.
Yeah, we do that well together, making people feel uncomfortable.
Yep. So, what's our story today? What story are we telling?
Well, our topic is spouses don't always think alike. I think that what came to mind for me was when we moved to Chicago. We moved to Chicago area around 2015.
Yeah.
Tim had a job change, moved up to Illinois, Chicagoland area to take a youth pastor job at a church up there. And he was up there in April. The kids and I followed in June after school was over.
Yeah. So I was up there for a few months on my own, living in somebody's basement. They came up. I think you guys actually stayed in my parents' house for a little bit, for a month. Yeah. So I think I came at the end of April, and so a month and a half in a basement, or 2.5 months in a basement. Anyway, you guys were at my parents for a little bit, and then we wanted to be together up in Chicago.
And we were looking for houses the whole time. Trying to find a place to live.
Couldn't find something that fit our family and really worked well for us in our price range. And so there was a family in the church that just took us in, and we lived in their basement. And so it's kind of like it was just really a basement family room. For those of you in Texas, you guys don't really get basements because they don't have them down here.
Room. I think there's a pool table or an air hockey table down there. And a TV.
So it's kind of where their kids kind of went and played.
Hung out,
They had older kids, all older than our kids, but we were down in that basement with 6 people. So it was Jen and I, and then our 5 kids.
4. We had 4 young children at that time. We had not had
our last one yet. Yeah, 4 young. Yeah, so 6 of us. Sorry, I can't do math right now.
So we were looking for houses.
Yeah, we had 4 air mattresses, and then 1 queen air mattress for us. We had a piece together closet thing that you would buy from Walmart, just to put our clothes in, and that's where we lived. And we ate with the family, and we had to go upstairs to use the bathroom.
That was wonderful. We became
really good friends with that family.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we were super anxious about finding a place, of our own, where our kids could have their own rooms and we could have our own room and space. So we were house hunting. And there was a house that Tim had seen, but it was a little bit out of our price range. So he just kind of glazed right past it. And shortly after that, his mom actually found this house again and sent it to him and said, you really should consider this house. Yeah. And so Tim and I talked about it. We asked our realtor to take us by to look at it.
I think I looked at it first, if I remember correctly. I think me and the realtor went and looked at it.
And then I went with you later?
Yeah, I think so. In fact, I can't remember now, but I know I went and looked at it first.
Okay.
And then tried to get you to come and see it. And we saw it together. And so we finally made an offer on the house. And at that point, nobody had made an offer on the house, and it had been sitting there for several months, I think.
Yeah, it was a foreclosure.
Yeah,
the bank owned it.
Foreclosure, but it was in really good shape. It wasn't a trashed out foreclosure. There was just a couple problems that we're going to have to fix. Actually, once we got the home inspection done, we found some things that we're going to have to fix. But we made the offer, and we were like, oh, great. Nobody else has made an offer. And the very next day, literally the next day, somebody else makes an offer. We get informed that they've taken the other person's offer, and this is no longer an option for us. Yeah, even though they did say they were holding our option in case the other one didn't.
Yeah, it's like a backup plan kind of thing. Yeah.
But it had like a 45-day approval process instead of the normal 30-day. And so we started looking for other houses.
Yeah. And the moment we got that news that somebody else made an offer and they accepted that offer, I moved on. I was not going to be emotionally attached to this house. I needed to be able to move on and look for something else. Yeah. Tim, on the other hand, really believed that was supposed to be our house. So everything that we looked at after that, he compared to the other house. And granted, that house was wonderful, perfect fit for us, but it wasn't our house. Yeah. Oh my goodness. It would make me so mad because he would say, Jenna, let's go for a drive. And he would drive 30 minutes to go sit in the driveway of this house that belonged to someone else.
Well, technically it didn't belong to anybody at that point because they hadn't actually officially bought it yet.
Yes. Anyway, that was hard. It was hard for me because I was ready to be in something else. And we started looking at other houses, and I was so ready to be in something else that it didn't matter how awful the house was now.
And even our realtor was like telling me, you've got to move on. This is somebody else's house. You need to get that out of your mind. Because we would go look at other houses and be like, well, it lacks this and it lacks this, and I don't like this and I don't like this, and it would always come back as a comparison to the house that we really wanted.
What we don't know about Tim yet is that he has a degree in computer-assisted drafting.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So he worked for architects as kind of a side job for many years when we first got married, and
that's how I put myself through college.
Yeah, that's how I got myself through college. So this man, when we would go into a house, I would look at colors. I would see, okay, how many rooms are there? Where are the rooms located? How will this work for our family? And Tim walks in and says, I don't really like that window right there. We could move the window over here. I'm like, it's a hole in the wall. Like, how would you move a hole in the wall? But Tim thinks structure.
Anything's doable.
Yeah, he's thinking structure. So it was just the whole process, trying to find a house that fit both of us. Yeah. And it got so bad that I was ready to settle on houses that were falling apart. Literally holes in the wall.
Falling apart,
roofs coming in. I'm like, I don't care. We can live in a cardboard box. I just want to be with my family in our own little place.
Yeah, we looked at this one house, and the garage was on a different level, clear on the other side of the house from the kitchen. And you had to go through a maze to even just get things. So I'm thinking, we got to carry groceries in this way. Windows were broken. There were open holes from the inside of the house to the outside of the house.
A lot of mold.
All the windows needed to be replaced. The shingles were curling up. They all needed to be replaced. In fact, we would even have to do some work on the house just to qualify for the loan for the house. There was a deck out back, and it didn't have a railing, so it actually was
unlivable.
It couldn't be sold the way it was. We would have to come in and fix the railing on the house before we could even purchase the house, which made no sense to me at all. Like, why would I fix a house before I even bought the house?
But I just wanted to live somewhere, so it didn't matter. So we thought very differently there. I'm like, okay, let's just get something and then make it work for us. And he said, no, let's buy something that works for us already, and then we can move in.
I was saying, let's wait and get the right house. And she's like, let's just get a house. And we left that house pretty angry with each other.
Yeah.
I think we had to drive separately after that. Like, I don't want to ride with you.
Yes, we were frustrated, definitely. But I had gotten to a place where I was so exhausted emotionally, mentally. I was frustrated with Tim.
Yeah.
We could not get on the same page. So I called my family, my parents back in Texas and said, hey, we're going to come back home for a little bit. I just need a couple of weeks to just breathe. And so I did. Packed up the kids. We left.
I'm up at summer camps during this time as a youth pastor, and it was in the middle of summer camp season. So I'm actually up at doing a summer camp with our students.
Yeah. And so while we were here in Texas, was getting my hair done. So I'm sitting there, get the call from Tim. We got the house. The other one fell through and we got it.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work out that way, though. It seems like we disagree on things more often than not sometimes. And it doesn't always turn out the way that we want to. But in that specific moment, it felt like such a sweet gift from the Lord, showing me that it was okay to trust him and to lean in on that every once in a while and trust that God had Tim, and because God had Tim, I could trust him. That was really sweet.
Yeah.
But like I said, it hasn't always been that way.
Yeah, and the danger with expecting your spouse to think like you do, it often leads to fights because you want something a certain way, or you think things should be a certain way, and your spouse comes from a different perspective on some things. But when you can really learn to appreciate what they're bringing to the table and the way that they think and the things that are important to them, it actually makes your life better. And so hopefully we can learn through a process to value the different things that God has put into our spouse and what they bring to the table, because it makes your marriage fuller.
Yeah, it sure does. I don't know what I would do without your weird brain thinking different ways.
My weird brain, you have your brain is so
things
crazy.
are more fun.
Yep.
Things are more fun. Yeah.
So as always, we want to invite you guys to follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Come follow us. We'll fill in some things throughout the week, tips, other questions, different things that you guys bring to us. We'll be answering those as well. So follow us on those things. Also, drop comments, drop questions below, and we'll respond to those either here or through our social media. Otherwise, we'd love to help you guys out however we can.
Yeah.
So
this is life.
With Tim and Jenna, it's been great having you with us. We'll see you next time.
Pick you in the checkout line when the coupons fail and the card declines, when the kids are screaming and the car won't steer, and I'm one small inconvenience from a breakdown in here. Yeah, I'd still pick you. You're my steady north, my Jedi.